Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Sliding on Twoz video. Hey, this is part 2 on how to ride a motorcycle. Hopefully you saw part 1. If not, I'll put a link in the description. We're on part 2. We started in a different parking lot. We showed you where all the controls was, your clutch, your brake. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link in the description. Make sure you go back and watch part 1. But in part 2, we're gonna start off and I'm gonna show you some footage from the last part 1 that you didn't get to see me going into second and third. Then we're going to come back to this parking lot and we're going to do first, second, and third again and see if we can get you on the road. Let's do it.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go.
All right, so can you see? Can you see the throttle? Hand on the throttle. Can you see everything else? Here, switch. Here, can you see it? All right. When I'm in first gear, and when I want to start going, I have to give it just a little gas and let off the clutch just a little bit at the same time. And that's something you just have to get used to. So I'm in first. I'm gonna let out the clutch. Here's the things to remember. Here's the procedure. Put it back in neutral. The procedure is pull in the clutch, put it in the first. I'm gonna stay in neutral just for this, so I can show you what we're doing. That this is the most important part. Pull in your clutch, put it in first. When I'm giving it gas, I'm letting off of the clutch. When I'm letting the clutch in to put it in second, I'm letting off of the gas. So just think about it going opposite ways. If you're gonna let off on the clutch, give it gas. Bring in the clutch, less gas. So it's like this. And you just have to do it smoothly, and it takes a little practice. So we're gonna put it in first. I'm holding the clutch. All right. So I'm gonna give it a little gas. At the same time, I'm gonna let out just that much. Just that much. I'm not gonna open my hand all the way like this. It's just that much. And gas is just that much. Just that much. Just that much. Watch. Here we go. Let out the clutch a little bit. When the clutch go out, the throttle come back. You ready? You give it some gas, that bike will stand up by itself. It wants to stand up. Now I'm gonna go to, although I'm not at 20 miles an hour, I'm gonna go to second. I gotta pull the clutch all the way in, let off of the throttle, put it in second, let off the clutch a little bit, but I got to give it some gas or it'll die. So let's just go around close enough. So I'm holding the clutch, let off the gas, put it in second, give it a little gas while letting off of the clutch. Now it wants to die because I need to give it a little more gas because I'm in second. So once I go to third, pull it. Remember the procedure? You pull in the clutch, shift to third. I let out the clutch a little bit and give it some gas. Okay, so remember, we turn the key on. It's in neutral. The way you know it's in neutral, it should have a green indicating light saying that it's in neutral. Pick it up. Bring your kickstand up. I'm gonna pull in my clutch. Go to first gear. Remember, first is down, then up is neutral, then 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 if you have it. So I'm holding my clutch. I'm in first gear. I'm going to initialize my emergency shut off, and then all I have to do is start it now. So let me get my helmet on, and let's go. So did you see that take off? I'm gonna put it back in neutral. The green light is on, it's in neutral. All right, I'm gonna pull in my clutch. All right, I'm in first gear, pull in the clutch, and if I let the clutch out, it moves like that. If I let the clutch out slow, it moves slow. Remember, you don't wanna let it go all the way. You don't wanna let it go all the way. It's slow in, slow out on your clutch and on your throttle. Put it in first, and I'm just gonna barely let out on them. I'm not gonna let all the way out. I'm just gonna let out just a little bit by giving it some gas. Just duck walk it until you get to go faster. Just duck walking. Just duck walking. It is not going any faster than I'm letting it go. Now, if I wanted to go faster, all I had to do is give it a little more gas, let off on the clutch a little bit, and I'm just going to do one circle around, and then we're going to see if we can get into second gear. All right, I just wanted to turn around. All right, I'm in first gear, pull in the clutch, and if I let the clutch out, it moves like that. If I let the clutch out slow, it moves slow. Remember, you don't want to let it go all the way. You don't want to let it go all the way. It's slow in, slow out on your clutch and on your throttle. So just kind of duck walk till you feel it. Once you feel it, give it a little more gas. You can bring your feet up. You're in first gear and just go. You're in first. You're in first. I have no clutch, a little gas, just a little throttle. And I'm just gonna go around the parking lot. Now, I'm only going about, what, 10 miles an hour? So that's really all you have to do. Just 10 miles an hour. You don't have to go very fast. I mean, I can slow it down a little more, enough to put my feet out and duck walk it. So I have total control. If I need to stop it, all I have to do is bring in the clutch, hold my brake down, and I can stop it. All right, so we're gonna go again. I'm in first. I'm not gonna give it almost zero throttle. I'm just gonna let the clutch out, and it'll start moving, and I'm duck walking. It's moving. Now, when it's walking kind of fast, when it's getting a little too fast for me, I'm using no throttle, zero throttle. But once I wanted to go a little faster, I just give it, clutch stays the same, just a little more throttle. Letting out on the clutch just a little bit. Now, if I want to go faster, I can let out faster. If I don't want to go as fast, I bring the clutch back in till I can get a good feel of what I want to do. So I can duck walk still. I mean, I'm gonna pick my feet up, because once you feel you have balance, you can pick your feet up. Now, I'm still going about 10 miles an hour, going fairly slow. Almost zero throttle, maybe 2%. Just a little bit, just a little bit. Just giving it a little throttle. And once you feel comfortable enough to pick your feet up, then you just pick your feet up. So let's slow it down and start it again. Put it back in neutral. You can see the green light is in neutral. Remember, I can make as much noise as I want when it's in neutral, and that's what scares most people. So don't worry about it. Now, even if I pull the clutch in, put it in first, As long as I'm holding the clutch in, I can make it much noise. It is not going to go anywhere. The only way it's going to move is I start letting out on the clutch. Letting out on the clutch. So let's just duck walk, let out on the clutch. See if we can get you in the second gear here. So when you feel comfortable, give it a little gas while you're duck walking. And when you feel you got a little balance, prick your feet up. And I'm still going between, about 5 miles an hour. You have to get a little gas so it don't die. Bring your clutch out just a little bit. Give it a little gas so it don't die. Alright, so we're going to get up to right at 10. I usually go to second about 20. Alright, so here we go. Just slow and easy. So slowly I'm going to ease in my clutch. Take my hand off of my throttle. Shift it down to second gear. Let off the clutch and give it a little gas. You have to do it a little faster than that or to die. Just a little faster or to die. Let's do it again. I'm bringing in my clutch, bringing it down to first. Start with my front brakes. Okay? So here we go. I'm in first. Just duck walk, duck walk, duck walk. And as you're comfortable with it, it's getting a little faster. Pick your feet up. I'm still going about, 5 miles an hour. And I'm giving it just enough gas that it don't die. So if I give it a little more gas, letting off the clutch slowly, giving it a little throttle slowly, so now I have no clutch. And I can ride in 10 miles an hour if I just keep giving it enough gas. So you can see no clutch. No clutch. I'm just giving it enough. Just giving it enough. No clutch. Now if I get on up to 20, let off the gas, off the throttle slowly, and trust me, once you do it a couple of times, it'll become second nature to you. Let's do it again and see if we can get in the third. All right. Remember, put it back in neutral. So remember, the procedure is bring in your clutch, put it in first, give it just a little, or you don't even have to give it any throttle for a few seconds. And then once you're going a little faster or you think it's about to die, give it a little gas. At that time, you could put up your feet. Let's try it. Okay, clutch in, put it in first, give it some gas. Well, you know what? I'm not going to give it gas this time. I'm just going to do what I just told you to do. No gas, just throttle. And I'm just going to let it duck walk. Just till I get comfortable. Just till I get comfortable. I'm letting off on the throttle more and more and more and more and more. No throttle, letting off on the clutch more and more and more. And it's about to die, so I got to give it a little gas. At that point, I have a little throttle, no clutch. I'm comfortable enough to pick my feet up. Give it a little more gas. No clutch. You don't need clutch anymore until you're getting ready to shift. I'm going to shift in a second. Let off my gas. Bring in my clutch. Shift a second. And little gas while letting off the clutch. We have a little stretch here. We should be able to get in at least third gear here. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. Same thing. Nothing changes. It's always the same, so you don't have to worry about doing something different every time. Holding my clutch. First gear. All right, you can see I'm only giving it clutch. The more I let off on the clutch, the faster it'll go. I can always give it enough clutch without touching the throttle and put my feet up. But now it's about to die, so I got to give it just a little gas while matching it, letting out on the throttle just a little bit. Now, once I get to about 20 miles an hour, I want to go to second. I'm at 20, let off the throttle, clutch in, click down to second, gas, off throttle. Now I can stay in second as long as I'm around 20 to 30 miles an hour. I'm still in third. If I can get to 40, I'll go to fourth. Really hard to get to 40 right here, so we'll go out on the street for a second. All right, I'm turning, so I'm basically gonna go back down to second. Same thing, letting off the throttle slowly, letting on the So I'm gonna make this turn. I'm gonna go to second, letting off the clutch slowly, giving it a little gas. There we are. So it's nothing to it. So once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. I'm gonna go to second. I was in second, I'm gonna go to third. I'm in third. Now I'm a little slower than I should be, so I'm gonna go back to second. Just so the engine will sound right. All right, so we're gonna do a turn, a left turn from a stop. So I'm gonna hold my clutch in. Always hold your clutch in before you stop. I gave it a little front brake, or you could do back brake, whichever you're comfortable with. I'm in first gear. I'm gonna make a left-hand turn. So one of the things people try to do is try to make a left like this, and then you'll end up in somebody else's lane. So if you know you're gonna make a left-hand turn, just go ahead and turn your handlebars to the left once you're at a stop. Never stop with your handlebars turned. When you're making a complete stop, make sure your handlebars are squared. But once you're at a stop and you're gonna make a left turn, just go, you know you're making a left, just go ahead and turn your bars that way. So we're gonna do the same procedure. I'm holding my brakes because I'm kind of on an incline. I don't wanna go back. I'm holding my clutch in. I'm in first. I'm gonna give it a little throttle while letting off my clutch, and I can control my turn, pick my feet up. Okay, I'm gonna go to second, clutch in, second, throttle. Clutch in, third, and throttle. Let's see if we can go out in the street so we can show you how to do it all in one motion. All right, no cars are coming. I'm in first. Turn my handlebars just a little bit because I'm gonna go straight down and come back. See if I can get into a different gear. Here we go. I'm in first. Pick my feet up. Give it some gas. I don't need throttle anymore. All right, I need to go to second. Get off the gas, clutch in, put it in second, give it some gas. Now you have to do it a little smoother than that. So I'm gonna go to third. I'm gonna go up to 40 so I usually if I'm out on the road and there's a lot of cars, I'm gonna definitely stop at the stop sign and I'm gonna obey all the traffic laws. All right, so clutch in. I'm in first. I'm not gonna talk all the way until I get back into the other parking lot, but you'll see, or at least you should hear the bike when it starts revving up. So when I get about 20, I'll go to second. 30, I'll go to third. If I can get to 40, I'll go to fourth. All right, let's do it. First gear, let out the clutch a little bit, let on the gas. Here we go. Pick my feet up. You get ready to stop. Just ease on your brakes, bring in your clutch, and go back down to second if you're still moving. I'm in second. I'm gonna actually go on the street so you can just see it a little better. So I'm in first. Pull in the clutch, go to second, give it some gas. I have to stop now. Here we go. Second, let the clutch out slowly. Give it a little gas. All right, clutch in. Second, little gas. I'm coming up to a stop sign, so I'm using my front and back brakes, pull in the clutch, go down to first. Remember, you come to a stop, you have to be in first. Signal light is on, and go. All right, I'm still in first. Make sure nothing is coming. Second, so I got to pull in the clutch, go down to second, give it some gas. Same thing, you just do it faster. And it's the same sequence: first, second, third. So what do you think? You think you're ready for the street? Make sure you go watch that video, how to ride in the city. I'll put the description, and then how to ride on the freeway when you're ready. But just practice in the neighborhood like I just did until you're really comfortable switching gears, and then you can go from there. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for another Sliding on Twos, How to Ride a Motorcycle Part 2. Listen, if I think I need to do a part 3, if there's anything I missed, we'll do a part 3. But go check out the other 2 videos I've already created. How to Ride a Motorcycle Part 1. This is How to Ride a Motorcycle Part 2. You can call Part 3 Riding in the City, and Part 4 Riding on the Freeways. Hey, until next time, make sure you keep twos on the ground and ride your way. Later.